builders, parents, and collectors. On this episode of the Creation Evaluation Station, I'll be evaluating this little guy here. It is Cole's speeder car, and it is the first that we're going to do in the Season 12 wave Prime Empire. And fortunately, I don't have a lot of these sets. I've only got a handful of these. But we're going to take a look at them. This one's already assembled, that's why you're getting the instruction booklets. So before I get any further, I just want to let new viewers know that I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well. And I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, video games, and animation. Because these are in-depth reviews, they can be alongside, although this little guy probably won't be. So there are timestamps here that you can use embedded in the red line that you can jump around to your favorite part or to use as bookmarks to come back to at a later time, and they're also in the description as well. So we'll get a close look at that direction booklet. Sorry, I don't have a box. Boing. But there it is. It's a pretty neat set. This is a 4+ set, by the way, so we'll talk more about that later. As far as its detail, it is set number 71706, ages 4 and up, of course, and it had 52 pieces and originally retailed for $9.99. It's no longer available. It was released January of 2020. And once again, I think it was a apology for them beating out and canceling the Nexo Night series, because they had both this video game, futuristic video game wave, and the role-playing fantasy wave all in the same year, which was about a year or two after Nexo Nights got canned. So yeah, that's interesting note. I don't know, that's my personal theory why we got these rather weird waves. Cool, a lot of cool stuff out of it, and I wished I'd gotten more from this one, but fortunately I didn't. I did pick out some of my favorites if I remember right, but I didn't get everything. So let's head on over to the Lightbox and take a closer look at this. So this is already assembled, so I don't have the parts to show you, but this is, even despite its size, it's not a poly bag, and we do have a parts list in the back of the book. Not a very long parts list because it is a small set, but it is here. That is it. Here we have the figures for this set. We have one bad guy and one good guy. And the bad guy here is Hausner. And then we have Cole here, or also known as Digi-Cole. Got definitely this futuristic video game vibe going on. We'll take that off their accessories and take a closer look at their prints here quickly. But first, let's check out their accessories, because this guy has this cool sword. Now, this blade they've used before. It's a separate piece. Well, I say used before. Actually, I think this is the first time they used it. But this is the same blade I believe they used for, what's her name? Mia? Yeah, I think it's Mia from the Dragon, Monkey Kid series. But look at that controller. Well, handle. The hilt of this sword is a video game handle. Is that not cool or what? Basically looks like a PlayStation one, and it just has a little stud there on the end, or a hollow stud that pops in. Actually, I don't even think that's a hollow stud. That's just a hole that pops in, and then he holds it there like a sword. It's pretty cool. And then Cole here's got one of the new weapons for the Ninjago, and it's kind of a key sword. Looks like a key from there. It even has little ridges and stuff that a key would have. Pretty cool as well. It's the first time they used it. And this is dual molded. This is one whole piece. This does not separate. So this cool helmet. This is a new helmet for these guys. First time seeing that. And as you can see, it turns into a regular like a mask on the back, but on the front it looks quite a bit different. I like how it almost looks like a star. The white part there, pretty cool. And then it's got a symbol right there as well. So yeah, let's pull off their gear, although we've already got some of it off. Take a closer look. We've got their gear stripped down now, not that they had too much. We can take a closer look. Now, you notice she's still got, this head is a single piece. It does not cover a regular head, so it's not like a mask or anything. It is dual molded in the green and the black. This is actually not part of his head. It's an actual piece. So you end up with just a hollow stud on top of his head that you could put something else on besides this if you want to do something with that. But as far as printing, pretty awesome looking. I like the purple hands as well. Got printing on toes, feet, or toes and legs. Printing on the chest isn't bad either. It may be a little bit of a opacity problem because it feels very dark, and considering that dark sand green, I don't think it's coming through so well. And then Cole over here has his Digi cold mask face. What's exactly going on there? But there's quite some printing on his legs there and his chest. It's pretty good. He's got some really fine detail and some kind of interesting pattern in the silver metallic part of it. It almost looks like two different shades. I'm not quite sure how they did that. Moving on to the back here. Not looking much worse in the front. Cole has his regular face here. And then looking at the back of Hauser here, getting more nice printing on the back of that. Doesn't look too bad. Pretty good looking figures. I mean, this guy's color scheme's a bit kind of wonky, but I think that's kind of the whole aesthetic of it. We've got everything assembled here, and it's looking pretty fine. Got some really crazy colored pieces, like this transparent yellow, greenish yellow, well, neon green chain. I'll pop off here a second. Got this awesome surfboard. Not much of a build, but it's still cool. Nice blue. It's got this yellow underneath, transparent yellow. It's supposed to be, you know, probably anti-gravity or something going on. Probably the simplest vehicle you'll ever find. Here, now we got steering wheel, plenty of space for Cole to sit in there. He can hold his weapon as well. We don't have a place to put the weapon, unfortunately. There are two orange ninja swords back here, katana, that could also be his weapons and do have a nice place for holding. This thing has got, this is a print here on the front. It's got some nice shaping, I would think. That's kind of pincers here on the front. Looks kind of like a bug or something. Two different size tires, and it's built to be sloped downward. Thrusters there in the back look pretty cool. There's the engine. Looks like an engine on top anyways. And it rolls pretty good. Zoom, zoom. Getting at the inner side, just one really big brick with wheels on it. This is a 4+ set, even though it doesn't look like it. It's a pretty simple set, so let's head back to the desk and I'll give it a final eval. This is one of the best, if not the best, 4+ sets Lego has ever done. And why is that? Because it doesn't look like a 4+ set. Now, building it, you will realize it's a 4+ set. Simple and easy because it is basically a large block with wheel attachments, and you just pop the wheels on. But then you build the other stuff on top of it, and it no longer looks like some chunky 4 Plus cheap set. I say cheap, but cheaply designed. It looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a dune buggy mixed with a ATV roadster type thing going on, and looks great. And yeah, and moving from that, that's my overall thoughts, and moving right into the final eval. It looks great, and I gave appearance a 10 easily. Now, onto function. Well, there's not a lot here that does much. It rolls really good. Functional thing I wish it had was maybe a storage place for his weapon, but he can easily hold on to it while sitting there, so that works fine. Yeah, so there's nothing amazing functional wise, but nothing works bad either, so I ended up giving function a 9. It's a small set. You can't expect it to do too much anyways. Now, on to fun. This is a really good balanced set. The car easily drives really well. It's fun to drive around. It's got the weird big tires and not awkward, but the uneven sizes, which makes it even more fun to drive around. And then you have this flying surfboard thing, which that's fun too. I mean, is it zoomable like a plane? Not exactly, but it's still, you're gonna make it fun, like this character just flies around. And then you have one good guy, one bad guy, so story-wise, you're fairly even. Yes, the good guy's vehicle is bigger than the bad guy's, but it's not too much of a big deal between the two of them. And it's not like it even fires anything or does anything like that. So yeah, fun, got a 10 easily. It's a quick build, so is the build fun? Well, it is in the fact that you can get it done quickly so you can play with it. As far as technique, there's nothing really amazing here. I mean, they did a good job making it look good, so it doesn't look like a big, ugly, chunky vehicle. It is a bit chunky with the tires, but doesn't look quite so blocky. It's got some curves, some different angles and stuff going on with it, so it doesn't look like a blocky vehicle. But there's really nothing super amazing here. It's some pretty basic building techniques, and I gave it a 9. Nothing fancy, but nothing bad. Final eval score, when you add all that up, you get a 38 divided by 4, and you get a 9.5. All around a decent set. I'm going to talk briefly about price, not that it's really important in the long run, because this set is no longer available. But it originally retailed for $9.99, $10 set. And you divide that by the 52 parts, which is definitely not a lot of parts, and you get 19 cents per piece. That's a lot over our base, but for 4 Plus set, that's actually pretty good. A lot of times they were above 20 cents a piece. So, and $10 for this, this is definitely a little bit more than a poly bag, although there are some larger poly bags. But, you know, easily could see you almost got $10 worth of stuff here. Like $7, $8, $6, $7. Yeah, easily you could say there's that much stuff here. So for a 4 Plus set, it's not even priced that bad. So this is a really, really, really good set on multiple levels. A really good 4 Plus set. Love to see more like this. And yeah, to let me know down below what you think of it. It's the first set in this wave, but I don't have a lot. I like this one. One reason why I got this, I wasn't trying to get all of them, but I'm like, that's cheap and I like the looks of it. It gives me some of the new parts. You get a lot of the new parts in here, and yeah, this is pretty awesome looking. So that's one reason why I picked it up. At the time, didn't have a lot to go all out on the whole entire wave, and we'll see what else I have coming soon. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, please like it, and if you're new here, please subscribe if you want to see more here, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when more comes out. But also check out my links down in the description for Facebook and Twitter, because I post on there as soon as I get the videos up, which tend to be faster than YouTube's posting system for whatever reason. And there's also a Patreon down there if you want to help the channel out more directly. Need to add more stuff there, but it's just the basic $1 a month. That's it from here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.